Hello again. This is the part 2 of our historical foundation of education in the Philippines. Let's talk about American occupation. The Americans used education as a vehicle for its program benevolent assimilation. American soldiers were the first teachers. They restored damaged schoolhouses, build new ones, and conduct classes. Trained teachers replaced soldiers, and Filipinos warmly received their new teachers, the Thomasites. American teachers infused their students the spirit of democracy and progress as well as fair play. It is not surprising that the democratic values espoused by the Americans, whether sincere or not, touch a receptive nerve in the Filipino psyche. The United States had a different approach dictated by what the Americans considered to be their principal goal in coming to the Philippines: to educate and to train in the science of self-government. It was not surprising that the United States considered educating the Filipinos as one of its top priorities in the Philippines. The Americans made it a point to teach English to the Filipinos. The American soldiers were the first teachers of the Filipinos wherein there is no religious biases. And according to Educational Act of 1901, it is the separation of church and state in education. It encourages Filipino in the field of teaching, wherein outstanding Filipino scholars were sent to US to train as teachers. These Filipinos came to be known as pensionados, for their education in the United States was financed by the government in the Philippines. Hundreds of Filipino pensionados were able to study in the US until 1928. From the ranks of these pensionados came the future civic, business, and political leaders of our country. Hungry for education, the Filipinos flocked to public and private schools in large numbers. This is the curriculum for primary education. It includes GMRC, civics, hygiene and sanitation, geography, intermediate curriculum, grammar and composition, reading, spelling, science courses, physiology, hygiene and sanitation, intensive teaching of geography. Government established normal school for future teachers. The courses included methods of teaching, mathematics, practice teaching, psychology, language, science, history, and government, social sciences, and PE. They are also white-collar job bias. Now let's have Philippine Commonwealth. Under the Commonwealth, vocational and adult education were given emphasis. It was also during the Commonwealth regime that an organized effort to develop a common national language was started in the compliance with the mandate of the 1935 Constitution. All schools should develop moral character, personal discipline, civic conscience, and vocational efficiency. Promote effective participation of the citizens in the process of a democratic society. There is an Educational Act of 1940, which means to meet the increasing demand for public instruction and at the same time comply with the constitutional mandate on the public education. Under this law, the elementary course was reduced from 7 years to 6 years. The minimum age for admission to grade 1 was raised to 7. The school calendar was also changed, so instead of the school year from June to March, it was changed to July to April. With the education under the Japanese regime, schools and churches were also used as propaganda tools for the Japanese. Nippongo, the Japanese language, was made a compulsory subject in all schools. There are 6 basic principles of Japanese education. The first one, realization of new order and promote friendly relations between Japan and the Philippines to the farthest extent. Foster a new Filipino culture based endeavor to elevate the morals of people, giving up over emphasis on materialism. The fusion of Japanese language in the Philippines, promotion of vocational course, and the last one is to inspire people with a spirit to love neighbor. Curriculum during this time makes the school calendar become longer. No summer vacation for students. The class size increased to 60. And Nihongo as means of introducing and cultivating love for Japanese culture. There is also social studies and deleted anti-Asian opinions, banned the signing of American songs, deleted American symbols, poems, and pictures.